silky pasta, juicy filling, guys, those are absolutely and truly divine. So these are Ukrainian dumplings, vareniki. They could be made with variety of fillings, and this filling I'm showing today I actually making first time, and it's my absolutely new favorite thing to eat now. Not too fiddly to make at all. The plate you see here took me under 5 minutes to make. The dough, the pasta itself is very quick as well. So you will stretch your half a kilo of meat to comfortably feed a family of 4. Very economical, and this is just a portion I'm showing you here. So I started with this pre-cut beef. No need to cook it through, 20-30 minutes will do. So not too much water, stew rather than boil it. Salt and pepper. A large onion here, I'm going to caramelize it. I cook it in a big amount of oil for a long time on low, not stirring it too often. And I'm using here a gorgeous extra virgin sunflower oil, tons of it. I have only a small chopper here, a couple of quick whizzes though, and we have our minced cooked meat. And I think next time I don't think I will use minced meat. To start with, I think the texture is just right the way I'm doing it now. And we have about 150 probably mils of stock, the meat water, so all of it went in. Make sure your filling looks quite wet even before you added your onions with tons of oil they were cooked in. So we want all that so the filling feels very juicy. Give it a good mix, adjust your salt and pepper, make sure it tastes quite strong. And now I quickly make a dough, shouldn't take us more than 10 minutes. I've measured for the sake of this video, it's 3 parts of flour approximately to 1 part of water. Was exactly in my case, but maybe your flour is different. So 200 or 250 cup of water should make you just enough dough to feed a family of 4, which should match ideally with the amount of filling we have here made out of half a kilo of meat. Instead of tap water, which of course you can use here, I'm using here freshly boiled, very hot, straight from the kettle, a cup of water. This is how we're going to achieve our very silky pasta, a thin and elastic dough. So first I spread the egg throughout the flour, distribute it evenly, and then I add my hot water. Of course, I can only use a spoon in the beginning to mix it in, and once it cooled down a bit, I can make my hands dirty, of course. I'm aiming here for a soft, smooth dough. Once it does not stick anymore to your hands, to the table, it is ready. And always let it rest, covered of course, for at least 15 minutes. And here I'm making sure the board on which I'm going to place my dumplings once ready is well covered with flour, as well as my hands, table, and of course the rolling pin as well. Once your dough has rested, take out about a third of it or a quarter of it, roll it out quite thinly, keep checking so it doesn't stick to the table, and then cut out your circles. I used here 34 millimeters cookie cutter, so they're quite large, fantastic. It's easy to make them, and it totally doesn't make them less tasty. And so whatever dough is left after you cut your circles, just collect them into a bowl and roll it out at the very end, because as it stands, it softens. If you would roll it out right away, it would be a bit hard to roll. So good amount of filling in the middle of your circles. If it's too much, it's going to be difficult to close the edges. Too little, obviously not very nice, so just use your best judgment here. And then work quickly generally, because the dough dries out quickly, and if it will dry, obviously it's going to be difficult to bring together the edges. Make sure there are no holes and you close your dumplings properly. Of course, you can make them ahead, freeze them on the board, and then move them to the plastic bag once they're frozen. They cook in about 3 minutes if you cook them not from frozen. Gently disengage them. You need to do it only once from the bottom of the pan. They tend to stick first few moments. And eat them with sour cream and butter, being Ukrainian food. I prefer mine though with olive oil, some parsley. And I hope you enjoy them as much as I did.